Good afternoon, Lynette Oxley here for Tax Shack Tactical TV with our weekly Paul. Welcome, Paul, from South Africa.
Afternoon, Lynette. Afternoon, viewers.
I just want to actually start and say, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. It will actually help to bring our numbers up and assist us getting more viewers in the future. Please subscribe if you haven't done so. Okay, Paul, ding dong, the witch is dead.
Yeah, so that's just a little bit apocryphal. So word reaches us this morning that Brigadier Mabuli or Mabula or whatever he chooses to call himself this week has resigned from SAS. So he's the previous head of CFR. He was moved sideways after one or other of his assaults became public, and he was moved into a position which they called compliance. Okay. So he was still effectively the head of the CFR, but he just wasn't sitting in the CFR, in the head of the CFR's office. But now he's gone, and he was one of the reasons why we've had so many problems over the years, because he's been particularly obstructive.
He and Martin doesn't like each other very much.
He and Martin were not friends. In actual fact, many years ago in a meeting, he and Martin almost came to blows immediately behind me. They walked down, Mabuli was on the podium with General Sitoli, and Martin said something, and Mabuli got up as in front of the now National Commissioner, strode down behind the tables behind my back, and Martin got up to greet him, and because he was and stuck his hand out to greet him, and Mabuli almost struck him. So Martin and Mabuli didn't really see eye to eye. The reasons nobody's released any reasons why he's resigned, obviously, but he has been on sick leave a hell of a lot in the last year or so. Maybe he had stress, who knows, because as my information has it, there's a fortune's worth of personal costs orders awarded against him, which he's going to have to at some stage start thinking about paying. So maybe he could see his police pension being absorbed by cost orders. I don't know. Anyway, so he's gone now. We'll have to see what that means for us. We just don't know. But it weakens the police's hardline attitude towards gun owners at precisely the wrong time for them.
At the right time for us?
Well, I don't know so much. So after the disasters last year with that attempted video conference that they held, the Secretary tried to hold on the Firearms Control Amendment Bill, which we shut down emphatically. I received this yesterday unsolicited. I received an invitation from the Chief Director for Legislation in the Secretary's office, Milton Ntwana. I received an invitation to a bilateral with GOSA. So guys, bilaterals are literally meetings in smoke-filled rooms.
It's not a good idea. I know some of the other organizations.
Literally two parties sitting across a table in a private setting, making a deal with each other.
It's not a good idea. It's not transparent.
They are poison. They're absolute bloody poison.
I do know that some other organizations have done so, but I don't think GOSA wants to do that.
So a couple of years ago, at the behest of people like Stephen Palos from CHASA, we reached a decision. The broader firearms community reached a gentleman's decision. Gentle ladies' decision, whatever, gentle folks' decision, not to engage in bilaterals with the police, because the police literally play mommy against daddy. They speak to me, then later they speak to you, and they say, but when we spoke to Paul said this and that and the other, and there's no way of controlling it. It's divisive as right from the get-go. but it's in bad faith. It's not open. It's not transparent. It's not in the spirit of our democratic political and our social structure. It's completely hiding stuff and using one person against another. So we won't have any part of it. So I wrote straight back to Director Mtwana, and I said to him, thanks very much, I hope you have a great year. However, I'm pretty sure that the firearms community has decided not to engage in bilaterals with you guys. Quite frankly, we can't trust you. It's not in the spirit of transparency and openness. And we're going to. I'll take instructions from my exco, obviously, but at the moment the letter went out, another one of my directors, Zahir Manuel, sent a letter also directly to strategy on the way forward. Let me put GOSA's strategy out there in public right now. We will not engage in bilaterals with the police. We will not sit in smoke-filled rooms with the police and reach agreements on behalf of the firearms community. Beyond that, if we become aware of any other association or organization that wants to undercut us and undercut the firearms community by engaging in a bilateral with the police, we will broadcast it, we will categorically condemn them, and we will engage in social media warfare against them.
Because it's not
Look forward to it, guys. Don't do it. Just don't do it.
It's not in the best interest of the gun community.
It's completely
It
not.
isn't.
Lynette, it's completely not.
Yeah.
It's the way they've played us against each other the whole bloody time.
And people fall into that trap the whole time.
No longer. We will not play their game. You know that old game, global thermonuclear warfare, that they made a movie about it, about the computers in the Pentagon decide to start playing a war game against each other. Next thing, there's missiles being launched all over the place. And the guy stops the thing by introducing the computer to playing noughts and crosses, tic-tac-toe, which is an unwinnable game. And the lesson out of that was the only way to win the game is not to play. And the computer discovers that. So we have to teach the police, we have to teach the police ministry that the only way to win this game is not to try and play us.
Because this is a play.
This is a play. They're at a particularly weak point right now. We have to stop them. We have to nip this in the bud. They are still talking about the Firearms Control Amendment Bill. Parliament has booted the Firearms Control Amendment Bill onto the back burner. It's not going to come back to life unless somebody brings it back to life. And we have to prevent them from bringing it back to life. Absolutely. We have to prevent any organization in the firearms community from lending succor and support to our enemies, to assist in defeating us. Yeah. Let's be very clear on this, guys. If you want to cozy up to the police on this, we will hammer you in public. You will lose support. You will look like idiots.
So maybe before we go on to more fun stuff, I just want to actually put through our condolences to Marco that was lost last week about
correct.
this time.
Absolutely.
Well, I think last Friday. We just want to send our condolences to his family and to the whole Dave Shear family.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I just wanted to say
that.
that
was, and so this was not Marco trying to be a hero. Or he was trying to be a hero. He was trying to get home to his family. Remember that you and I, civilians, our duty is to get home to our families. So he was in an institution in Kempton Park or Edenvale, I think it was, that was being robbed, and he saw a gap and he tried to bolt, and the guy that was standing guard outside the door shot him. Yeah. It was, and this is just exactly what the problem is. It's they don't care. No, it's not that you presented a threat to the man and that's why he shot you. You were running away. You were trying to get home to your family. You were doing the right thing that everybody tells you to do, and you get shot nonetheless.
There is 100,000 rands reward on any
Correct.
information, so you'll be able to
We
find that.
believe that some arrests have been made.
made.
It's unconfirmed, but I'm sure the 100,000 rand cash reward is a
It's a good
is a
incentive.
motivation. It's a motivation.
So let's talk about Gun Buddies and Scrappy's song.
So there was unfortunately, in the last week or so, there was a young 15-year-old schoolgoer whose friend brought his grandfather's, somehow got hold of his grandfather's firearm, was showing it to him and shot him dead.
It's the same as what happens in the Scrappy book. Is that
we haven't spoken about this, guys, I promise. That's exactly the point. So the Scrappy, the whole idea behind Gun Buddies is to inculcate this from preschool age, inculcate this safety message about firearm handling. So we released the book, obviously, the month before last. The sales are going quite well. We're getting them out into preschools, etc., etc., and creches. That's where the gun safety message needs to start. And that gun safety message is quite simple. If you see a gun, don't touch it. We are busy working on the final drafts. The final drafts. We've got now a better draft through of the Scrappy the Land-Rover song. And it's a song designed as a sing-along for children, and it's very peppy. We're going to have it recorded with a whole bunch of school kids of various ages, with voice coaches helping them, etc., etc. It's going to be mastered in the UK. It's going to be a really professional job, much like the Girls on Fire theme song, but the Scrappy Gun Buddies theme. The message of that is stop. Don't touch, call an adult, move away.
So
if the school kids hadn't known that, there wouldn't have been a problem.
We're going to try, we will do some auditions for the kids to sing the song, but we've got the original first draft. They're working on it. You have no idea how many days has already gone into this. I want to thank basically Charmaine Lombard, and also Joss and John and the whole Greenwood family as well. That's really putting hours and hours and hours of work into this for free for us. Let's try and see if we can play the song. It's performed by Joss. Obviously, that's going to be performed by kids, etc. Okay. Let's see.
Scrappy the Land-Rover has lots of friends. Come play with us, the fun never ends. We're gun buddies, we learn gun safety. It's fun and easy, just like 1, 2, 3. If you see a gun, you shouldn't be afraid. We're a gun buddy and you'll be okay. So gun buddies, what does Scrappy say? Stop, don't touch, call a parent, walk away. Daddy has a gun that he keeps in his room. Don't touch it or it will go boom. Scrappy knows what's best, so listen girls and boys. Guns are not bad, but guns are not toys. If you see a gun, you shouldn't be afraid. You're a gun buddy and you'll be okay. So gun buddies, what does Scrappy say? Stop, don't touch, call a parent, walk away. A friend invites you to come and play. He tells you to touch a gun. No, that's not okay. Scrappy knows what's best, so listen girls and boys. Guns are not bad, but guns are not toys. So if you see a gun, you shouldn't be afraid. You're a gun buddy and you'll be okay. So gun buddies, what does Scrappy say? Stop, don't touch, call a parent, walk away. If you see a gun, you shouldn't be afraid. You're a gun buddy and you'll be okay. So gun buddies, what Does Scrappy say, stop, don't touch, call a parent, walk away?
Okay, hope everybody could hear that, and that I think the words are amazing. When the drums come in, it's apparently going to be
The drums
a
are
lot.
going to change it apparently completely.
I don't know much about music. But there's a lot of people working on this in the background. So again, thank you very much for everybody doing that.
Yep. So a lot to look forward to.
Yeah.
We have our court case coming up on in the beginning of February. That's going to be hugely important for us, I think. And there's a lot of positive things happening, guys.
The Girls on Fire Top Shot is
Girls on Fire Top Shot is scheduled for the 2nd of April.
We've got really good feedback from the venue. I've been so busy with it today.
Which is Wattle Springs.
Sorry, look at how they're laughing at this old person.
Wattle Springs is an outstanding venue. We had the Farms Festival there at the end of last year. It's going to be great.
We're going to even do the gala event there afterwards. We can even do
the gala event there. They've got a lovely hall and restaurant, so they can cater it. So it's going to be a great event. And I must also congratulate you because Girls on Fire is now being registered as its own NPC, non-profit company, which will then lead to NPO status and eventually public benefit organization status, because it's a strong enough campaign for it to be all on its own. And I'm not a director; I'm not involved in it. It's all run by women. It's a fantastic idea.
So what makes
really
the Top Shot event so amazing? We got, I think, close to 700,000 Rand sponsorship last year. So please, I'm going to again be with my begging bowl in front of a lot of people. If any organizations would like to sponsor goodies or cash or a variety of other stuff, please do so.
Yeah, you got a big target to aim for this year.
Exactly. What's different is it's an event organised by women for women. All the officials, all of the range officers, more than 30 ladies, are all women. So there's no men involved in any of the practicalities in terms of running the ranges and stuff. So this year we're going to have a clay pigeon shoot again. We're going to have 3-gun nation, an IPSC shoot. The guys from Steel Practice is going to be back. Steel Challenge Practice. I'm like really bad today. Steel Challenge Practice. They're going to provide that, and we're going to shoot the .22. Sorry?
PRS.
Yeah, I was going to get to PRS.
Jesus, you know.
So then our 3-gun nation, we're going to introduce PRS this year. 2 ladies are going to come and bring their rifles. And it's going to be awesome. We're going to have the 50 cal, our own 50 cal, and 8, yes.
The black powder cannons.
And yes, we're going to have a spare range, sort of an in-between range, and 2 ladies out of each detail will be able to shoot a cannon. So that is just something extra this year. So 8 stages in total. And then the cannon is a spare one, and an awesome event, gala event afterwards. So please, guys, if you want to come and provide us with any sponsorship, please contact either myself or Johannes at the GOSA office.
Great. That's about it, guys. I think that's all.
Anything else, Paul?
It's been a good week. I think in general. I think it's been a good week for gun owners. I think there's going to be some exciting things coming down the pike in the future, and I think it's going to get better. I'm feeling very positive, guys.
And on that note, I'm going to say, please, if you haven't subscribed and just been following links, please subscribe to the channel, and have a fantastic weekend. The opening, the ladies' events, Top Shots registration will open tomorrow morning, first thing. Thank you very much. Thanks, Paul. See you next week.
Ciao.